Episode 1. The Letter from Sycamore Hill. The rain tapped lightly against the windshield as Claire. Then it drove past the faded, "Welcome to Sycamore Hill" sign. Population 3,204. Hadn't seen that sign since she was 16. Since her mother packed them up overnight and left town with no explanation. Now 15 years later, Claire was back. Not because she wanted to be, but because of a letter. It had arrived 3 weeks ago. No return address. Just neat handwriting and 4 words that chilled her spine. Your mother was right. Enclosed was a deed to a small house on the edge of town. Her grandmother's old place. And beneath the deed, a single line scrawled in haste. There's something buried. Find it before they do. Claire didn't even remember her grandmother. She died not long before the sudden move. Her mother never spoke of her. Never spoke of Sycamore Hill again. Any time Claire asked, her mother's face would harden, lips pressed in a line. "We don't go back," was all she'd say. But curiosity had gnawed at her for years. Now, holding the keys to that creaky old house, she felt something else. Dread. The town looked the same, too quiet, too clean, as if everything was trying a little too hard to stay unchanged. Main Street was still lined with the same shops. Millie's Cafe, Denton's Pharmacy, the faded Sycamore Cinema with letters missing from the marquee. People stared as she drove by, some pausing mid-conversation. One woman even crossed herself. Claire parked in front of the house. It stood at the end of Sycamore Lane, framed by overgrown hedges and an ancient oak. The shutters were crooked, the paint peeling. A porch swing creaked in the wind like it hadn't moved in years. Yet it was swaying when she stepped out of the car. Inside, the air was thick with dust and memory. She opened every window, like breaking into the gloom. In the study, an old cabinet stood locked, but behind it, the wallpaper was torn in a perfect square. She tugged at it, and behind the paper, in the wall, was a shallow recess. Inside was a box. She opened it with trembling hands. A photograph. Her mother, standing in front of Sycamore Hill High School, her arm around a man Claire didn't recognize. On the back, someone had written, June 1986, just before it all fell apart. Claire felt the hairs on her arms rise. She hadn't even begun to scratch the surface. And someone in this town didn't want her digging deeper. Like and subscribe.